Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. And then we get to sell this. It's going to be interesting to see just how much money we get over at Felsbrunn. I know that if we take... okay, who's just finished their job? It's not potatoes. Helper H has completed their task. Someone just completed their task. It's not the barley. MF Activa and potato. Okay, now I'm just confused and I need to reverse up the road so that I can go here. Who just completed their task then? You're already done. You're out here waiting. You have got the last little bit, so it is just one harvester load there. You don't have... Oh! It's the soybean. I forgot all about the soybeans. It's the soybean combine over there. This one. So tell you what I'll do. That's going to be another job that's complete. I'll just bring this one over to the trailer and set that one unloading, and then I will get that barley sold, and we'll get that new job underway. And then we can start worrying about sort of finishing up the potatoes and this one and the other jobs. It's that these aren't so important to do. And I should be able to finish everything there as well. Helper D has completed their task. Oh, that's the potatoes. Did he get right down to the end of the field? Not sure if he did or not, but we'll soon find that one out. That's not going to be any kind of an issue for us. So I want to carefully bring you in over here like that, and then back you up there like that. So I need to start dumping this until it starts selling. As soon as that money starts moving, I got to stop. I got to press the button. There. Right. 239 from harvest income. I got just under 6,000 litres of barley here in this trailer. I need to take this back to the store now before I do anything else. And then I can complete this job here. This one's done. This is the only job at the moment that we've actually got completed. None of the others are completed, which means that I won't be in danger of sort of completing the wrong job and sending the wrong item off to the wrong place or anything like that. This is the only one that we can complete. So we'll take this one now. We'll bring this grain back over this side, and we will deposit it into the store right in here. It's gonna actually, if I go like that and I go R, we got 2,700 in there. So that's actually going to be plus the 5,000 that's in here. 2,705. You know what? Let's just do it like this. 8,600. 8,600 litres. That's 8.6 times whatever the price is that they've got going at the moment, which is 350 and climbing. Although I think it's going to stay at about 350. So 8 times 350. That's at least another 2.5 grand coming off of that job. We've got 36,000... Well, actually, no. Some of that wheat is going to be sold, isn't it? We'll have a few soybeans that we can take over there as well. And then we've got more barley. So let's go and do the actual contract jobs in here. So there's the sowing job there. I'm going to complete that one. I'll collect that one as 2,600. And then I've got field 8 harvesting. That's the one that we've just done. Collect that one for 2,395. Then I've got field 14 harvesting here, and I'm going to start that job. And this is only a small trailer, so there's going to be a fair bit of forward and back on that job, unfortunately, but that's fine. So we're going to borrow items for that one, like that. And I'm going to take... So we're up to 32,000. We're basically back where we were when we sort of started... taking on the new combine jobs. But we've, since doing that, I've got a whole load of grain to go and sell. That's going to be profit on this after wages. We've got all of that potato job to cash in. That's going to be a lot there. We've got that job to finish and the potatoes to sell. So there's going to be a decent bit coming back from that one. We'll get this job here underway. This is the very last combining job. Actually, this is the only harvest job that we've got now. I might, with this one, because it's 350 there, and the grain mill is actually 300, I think we won't worry about transporting this one. So we'll just get the grain that we've already got there at the mill, on the train, and we will just transport that rather than trying to take anything extra. So I'll just bring you down to here. I will get this one going, though. I was just wondering, if we're doing it that way, then maybe we shouldn't worry about it, but no. And the reason that I'm doing it like this, instead of taking it to the train, is because of the fact that we've got a small trailer over there for this barley job, and it's quite a long trip to take it to the station there for the train. And it's only an extra 50 per 1,000 litres. So, even if we have 10,000 litres to sell at the end of it, that's only going to be an extra 500 euros that we would get from transporting it up there. And that's a lot of time and work and so on to drag it all that distance for just the 500 euros. And I'm honestly not sure that it is worth it. So I think for this job, we'll sell everything direct here into this grain silo right here, this grain mill right here, rather than taking it to the Fellsbring grain mill. I'll take you out to there like that, and I'll unhitch that trailer. I will unfold the combine like this, and then we can hook this one on. I love the fact that this doesn't have a header trailer that we got to worry about. We can just hook it on just like that. I can then unfold that bad boy like that. There he goes. And then I can set this one up there. Now, I know that there's a fence right there, but the crop is actually planted right through the fence. So we're going to need to do something about that. I don't like that it's planted right through the fence, but there is not much we can do there. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to go in here, disable straw swath. I definitely want to do that. So that one goes up like that. So then it will go through the straw chopper. And we will start this one up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this corner here. And you're all going to ignore the fact that I've just driven over the fence with the combine. We're just going to pretend that that heinous crime did not occur. And then we're going to bring the combine back round this way like this, and it's going to start right there. I'm then going to go in here. I'm going to do that, and we're going to alter our settings in here, and we're going to turn that one off. I'm going to go OK. I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to let it go. I'm going to set it free, a combine in the wild. Right there. A beautiful, beautiful Rosselmash combine in the wild. Yet another harvest. This is our 4th, 5th harvest job now in a row. He's rushing off across the field. He is very, very happy with life. So, next on the list, I am going to... Actually, I'm going to go over to here because we've got a couple things that we need to do. I've got this one, which I'm going to not reverse all the way across the field because it'll take longer. I'm going to go and unload this into that trailer over there. And then I'm going to take that wheat that I've got in that trailer and I'm going to take it straight to the supermarket. And I'm going to tip it out there and we're going to see if we get contract complete on the wheat. If we don't, I do actually have the option to run this. Are we going to fit everything in here? 82 litres left. I'm not going to bother for 82 litres. That's like $5. €5. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this out. I'm going to take this straight over to the supermarket. I believe there is a gateway out here on the side somewhere. There it is. No. I thought there was. Oh, it's all the way down there. Right, it's probably quicker to go up this way. we will go to the... We'll take this one over to the supermarket and we'll tip out. But then we're going to have to go to the train. We're going to have to reverse back up, get the other trailer load of barley that we've gone and put in the mill up there. And then we're going to have to... not barley, sorry, wheat. And then we're going to have to bring that back down again. It won't take all that long to go and do it. But, there is a little bit of time involved with doing that. But that'll be loading up the train. We'll do that we'll go and get that bit of wheat up there. That'll be the last thing we do for all of these sales. So we're going to take this over straight to the supermarket and we'll see if that is enough to complete this job. If it's not, we'll have to go back and we'll get a bit more. But we have already got some at that grain mill, that grain storage silo over there. So we can just run back there and we can grab a little bit. And we can take that to the supermarket. It'll be interesting to see how much we're going to need after tipping. I think that we are going to need to go back again. I just got a feeling that we will need to go back and just get a little bit more. Even if we don't have to go and get loads of it. Because otherwise that means that we've got like 20,000. Because I think, what did I take? I didn't have a full trailer load. If I'd taken a full trailer load, then the second load off the field, we would have gotten all of that grain instead of being left with 82 litres left behind. But as it is, we have 82 litres left behind, and so we're just going to have to live with that. It's just one of those things. It's a little bit of wasted grain. We'll tip it out on the ground for the birds. They'll come along and they'll get it. And then they'll be scared away by the hordes of rats that will move in. And the rats will be all over it. And then we'll have people complaining because we're encouraging rats in the area. And, well, yeah, you can understand them complaining about that. That is sort of not particularly pleasant sort of thing, though, is it? Yeah, hundreds of rats taking over the place. Let's get in on round here. I was just wondering if I should go in back. Yeah, I will. I will go in backwards. I will exercise my right as a delivery man to go in backwards and ignore the one-way routes and signs and all the rest of it, just because I'm a delivery driver. I am above such things. I've been over this before, and I will no doubt go over this again. But this supermarket is laid out the wrong way round, so it's not my fault. We're going to tip that lot in there, and I will just keep my finger on the trigger ready, just in case we do want to stop tipping at any point. If we do, it means that we got a lot of wheat that we're going to be able to sell. 4,000, 2,000 left. Helper E has a 55% transported, so we do have to go and get some more. I've got like 19,000 litres in storage, haven't I? So it's 50, Helper E. Let's go and get Helper E a second. Yeah, you can stop where you are, and you're out on the road, not doing anything. You've got 9,000 litres down here. You know what I'm going to do? I am actually just going to move this one up the road a little bit, just to help. Ooh. No, I don't need to. Because what we'll do is we'll end up finishing the job, and rather than taking it from here all the way to the supermarket, I can take this just up to that grain mill and I can tip it out there, and I could probably do it with this tractor, so I don't even need to come back with the other one. We'll do that in a minute. We want to keep this other one moving for now, which is this one. I want you, and where are you parked? You're over that side. So I want to spin round right here and undo my cover there, and then I'm going to get 10,500 litres of barley. You haven't even done once round the field. I didn't just drive over a sign there. It was a figment of your imagination. I'm sure of it. I didn't see it. You came out of nowhere, Your Honour. And so did that. I really thought that I'd be able to get round there. That's terrible, terrible driving. That was absolutely awful. Frithgar, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be absolutely, thoroughly ashamed of yourself for such shenanigans. This is not on. This is absolutely not on at all. So I will come up over here. We do need to keep a bit of an... One thing I don't like about the AI extension is that it doesn't reverse the combine back a little bit to continue on. So you quite often get left with like a little tiny strip out to the side when he stopped, and then they go chasing after it. And I really don't like that. It should have it reverse up. It's probably been updated several times since the version that I've got. I've said before, but as the game progresses to its later stages, especially in the run-up towards a new expansion, quite often people get a bit more adventurous with their updates, and they'll release bigger updates with more drastic changes, and that can break things for me, which is a big problem. So I usually, if the mod is working at least a bit when I start out, I will just stick with the mod as it is. I won't bother going through for the big updates on it, because very often that breaks more stuff than it's worth in my game, and it's a bit of a jolly nuisance. So I don't really like that happening, so in order to avoid that, I'll frequently not update a mod until I finish the series, just so that I don't have any major problems. I mean, sometimes it is a good idea to update them, like with the whole precision farming DLC thing that we had. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't really worth using the precision farming. I got 18,000 in there. Let's see what we are on that contract, though. Field 10 on 96%. So I don't think I'm going to be using 18,000 litres of wheat here. And I got another, like, 18,000 over in the other grain store. I'm almost definitely not going to be having this much, so we'll be bringing some of this back and tipping it out again. Then I got to go and do the potatoes. Actually, I'll probably do the soybeans next, because that's going to be nice, quick, and easy. We'll run this in round. Like that. Driving all over the pavements and everything else. And back in here. There's the potatoes. I can run the harvester up the road, and I can just tip the potatoes straight from the harvester into the grain store up over that side, and then all I got to do is bring the trailer loads of potatoes that we got left and bring them down over here. So this one, I've got to be very, very careful that I don't overextend. And there we go. I finished 184 taken out of there. I got 10,000 litres of wheat here, plus whatever I've still got in store. I mean, if we look, I can actually see what we've got in storage. Don't complete the job yet, whatever you do, Frith. 18,000. We got 28,000 litres of wheat to go and sell now. Plus, we've got the job to complete. I mean, that's only like 2,000 or 3,000 euros. But the 18,000, that's a nice big chunk off of those two jobs that we've got saved up. Quite pleased with this. That's going to go over. There's a bit of barley to go over. There's the soybeans, which we'll do after. The soybeans we'll do last. So I want to bring this in here. I can tip this wheat out, and then the wheat is done with. Tip this bit out right here. And then that's all of the wheat taken care of. 3, 2, 1, and done. Right, that's everything in there. That's all of the wheat in there, and I don't have any of that. I've got 82 litres left in the combine, but honestly, that's nothing, is it? So we got 28,690 litres in there. It's on 465. It was on 466, so we really haven't dropped very much. That one's come up by €1 there. So that one's completed. 3,200. I will collect that job. That's done. Next, we are working on the potatoes. Now, that says 96% done in there. We've got in storage at the moment, with regards to Tatipos, 40,000. Is that all? We've got one double trailer load in storage for potatoes. And the barley there. Right, let's go and empty this one out a minute. Empty out the combine down there. And then I can do the barley. Ooh. Did I break any of that? No, I didn't. I very nearly drove on it, but I didn't quite drive on it. So if I run down here, this will unload the combine. I can take this straight over to the grain store, the grain mill that's right here, and we can get our money. Well, not our money yet. We can start delivering this one. This one, we will end up, I think, making a reasonable amount of money out of this job. Because it's such a big job here. We fertilize the field and everything like that. So it's kind of got like the benefits here of various different aspects of it. We should have a decent amount of money coming in off of this one. It should be a nice yield off of the crop. Which means that we could end up with a couple of trailer loads of barley out of this. Well, I don't know about a couple. We could very well end up with a full trailer load of barley out of this field at the end of it. It's another 20,000 litres at 300 per. That's an extra 6 grand. 6,000 euros on top of our standard price. I'd say that was pretty good. Right. He's got 1,500 on board. I've got my first 21,000. He hasn't even completed his second round on the field here. So we've got a lot of money to come in from this. I love the fact that we are right next to the delivery point, which makes this job one of my favourite harvesting jobs so far, because it is quite tedious having to drive from one side of the map to the other. As we progress, we should be able to up our game a little bit. Now, it would be incredibly unusual in this kind of region to see lorries carrying the grain from the field to the grain store. That would be really, really unusual. You just wouldn't see that. Well, I don't believe you would. You would see the farmers taking it in tractors and trailers. But we could get bigger trailers. It does depend. I don't know when we'll reach the point where we have our own combine running. That's kind of like way down the line. Soybeans can wait. It was the potatoes I want to do next. I actually want to go to this one and see if I can even tip this into the store down there. It's going to be interesting to find out if we can do that. So we're on 27% transported for that field already. I can't fold this one up while it's got crop in the hopper. I don't think I can. No. Right, that's not letting me fold it up. So if we do meet cars coming along the road, we could be honked at a little bit, because they're going to get upset by this. But I'm really, really hoping that that's not going to be the case. So I can bring you out this way, and then go in here like this. And then if I press O like that, that will bring that one out on the side. I will bring it up like that. And it does tip straight in there. Right, that's brilliant. So we can just unload those potatoes straight into this store. And we'll get those with the train in a little while. And then, as soon as we've done this, I'm going to sit... I have to just watch it, because it doesn't like unloading when it's on its own. So we've got those potatoes now in store. Next, we can go over to this one, and we can take this down the road. I've got 60% on the combine down there for barley, so I'm only going to have time really to take this one over the road. I'm not actually going to be able to get this one all the way to the supermarket before I have to rush back and unload that barley again. But it's going to be a good idea to keep that combine moving. Plus, there are other jobs that we want to look at. There's lots of cultivating jobs. I was thinking about buying a cultivator, but to be honest, I think we may end up just leasing the machinery from the farmers each time. So I'm going to get off the main road here, and I'm going to bring this one in around here, and then we can just sort of stop on the bridge a bit. I think that's the safest place for us to stop. And then we go over through here. It's the train right there. I wanted to make sure I did cycle through the train so he doesn't like start up and drive off, because that would be a bit of a nuisance. And we can go back in round here. So where are you, train? Oh, good. It's quite close by. It's going to make life easier for us, isn't it? We can go whizzing straight down here, and we can catch him and get the first half trailer load. And as soon as we've got that bit unloaded, we can then... see, I'm just wondering whether I should change it to standard hired help, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it like this. We get the first half trailer load, and then we can go back to those potatoes, and we can finish that potato harvesting job. It's not going to take much to finish it. And then there's just the soybeans. And soybeans is going to be an easy bit. Right? That's the really easy bit to go and finish. That's not going to take any problems whatsoever. We just literally, we take that one trailer, just 3/4 of a trailer, we take it to the supermarket, and we make sure we're very trigger happy on not selling any of the soybeans unnecessarily. We really, really don't want to do that. You could probably stay there. Actually, I'm not going to move because we've had it do this before. He just kind of like doesn't like moving. So I'm going to let him sit. Because sometimes they don't empty out completely. They're like, the game tells itself that it's got still a tiny, tiny little bit left in the tank. And it really doesn't like then carrying on and doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know why it does that. So there, I got 13,000 soybeans. I get 1,000 at the Felsborough grain mill, and I get 800 at the supermarket. That's not masses, because I suspect we're only going to have about 1,000 left over anyway. Probably not worth the bother. It's like an extra... 1,000 left over means that we'll have about 200 euros extra by taking it from the supermarket over to the train and then taking it to the Felsborough grain mill. Now, if we had like 10 soybean jobs and we sort of cashed in on all of them all at once, then yes, it absolutely would be worth it. But the way that we got it at the moment, I don't think it's going to be worth it at all. Which way are you going then? Oh, you're coming down in here. You're going to complain that I'm in your way or something equally daft, aren't you? So I want to go in there, and I'm going to take a look at our contracts in here. So we've got this harvesting one. We're on 96% on that one currently, and then the field 20, that one is, yeah, we've got quite a bit to go on that one because we haven't delivered anything at all. So 96%. We'll tip one full trailer load in here, and we'll see what difference that makes to that 96%. So that is, well, it's not quite full. It's 20,000 rather than 21, but it's close enough. So it says 69% transported. We go up there. That is 98%. Hopefully, this trailer load will do it. That'll be 2.5 trailer loads left over afterwards. But what it means is that I don't have to worry about going and moving anything around. Like, if it does. It might stop just on 99%, like on the last very, very little tiny bit. Oh. Oh, it's finished already. We got 8,000 litres of potatoes left over. I genuinely didn't think we'd have that much left over. I really, really didn't. So there's 8,000 litres of potatoes there. I'm going to take these over to the grain store, and I'm going to tip them out into this one. We've got a few over on the other one. I am pleasantly surprised by this, because there's 8,000 that we went and took with the other one. Plus, we've already got 40,000 litres of potatoes in here. So there's 56,000 litres. It might actually be 57,000 litres of potatoes that we've got left over from this job. That's an insane quantity of potatoes. Now, that's really, really good. The whole fertilizing thing really does seem to have been paying off. So let's go and have a look in here a second. I just want to quickly look at that. 57,000 right there. And we're taking the Felsborough, which is 237 times 57. Well, times 10 would be 2,300. Times 100. So we've got like 12,000 euros coming in for the potatoes right there. That's insane. That's an insane quantity of money. We got 8,000 litres of barley. We've got 28,000 litres of wheat. We got a nice lot of crops coming in. Let's just step back from you right there. We have also got coming in the results from this one now that we've got everything tipped out of trailers and everything else. That is 12 grand has just come in there. The barley job down there is currently underway. So we need to keep this combine moving, so we're going to rush over to the combine up there, and we're going to unload that one, and then I will run that over to the mill. Then I can grab the soybeans, we can run those down, get that job complete, whether we take some soybeans back over and put that on the train as well, and then we go and collect the potato and barley. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.